Well, now, I remember very well me and you sometimes back we agreed on one thing. And by the way, do you usually do what I talk about on this social media channel of mine when we talk about investment? Or do you just consume my videos without you doing anything? You know, each and every day the notification comes in, hey, do this with 2000, do this, and you do nothing. I mean, seriously, let me tell you one secret, okay? Don't be somebody who says, yeah, I'm gonna do, you procrastinate. Focus on what we're doing, action oriented. Anyway, today's video I'm going to talk about if you can manage to go ahead and set aside only 3,000 per month, you can be able to change and transform yourself. And at the genesis of this conversation, I said, me and you sometimes back, we agreed on one thing. Let us not ride on the excuses of saying, hey, investments require a lot of money. I'm looking forward to, you know what, once I get this amount of money, there's a time I'm going to start investing. No, we said let's start with what we have before we get that what we want, so that we can focus on what we are aspiring to be or have in a particular period of time. This is good, Joseph, in case you're watching me for the first time. And guess what I do on this channel? I actually have this myself. I have three things that I share with you. I only have this pen of mine, my head, and this board where we come here and share things to do with investment. And by the way, don't forget, I post a video each and every day. So if you don't want to miss any good videos as far as the investments are concerned, go ahead and turn that notification bell. Make sure that you subscribe and hit that like button. Let's get on the bone. See, if you can manage to set aside only 3,000, and by the way, for those who are watching internationally, go ahead. 3,000 is an equivalence of $30 or something of sort. Okay, if you can manage to set that each and every month, forget even about day. I know some of you can even afford it in hours or even a day. Let's talk of a month. Okay, now, if you can afford to have this amount of money each and every month, let me take you through step by step to show you indeed you can be able to raise a good particular amount of money and you can delve yourself into the investments. And I want you to do something called rationing, or use something called ratio. And the ratio I want you to use is the ratio of 1:2. Okay, and the ratio of 1:2, I want you to divide this money into two. And how do you want to do it? You take the first one, that is the first, you want to divide this money into the ratio of 1,000 is to 2,000. And the 1,000 that you're going to be having here, we put it in a bit of a what? A bit of a risky. When I say risky, don't raise alarm, be like, oh my goodness, oh, you said risky, you shouldn't use that term. Listen, if the term risky cannot cannot go down your throat as far as the investments are concerned, you are not born to be an entrepreneur. Just forget about it. Just have it in your bank account. Don't do nothing, because people who invest, they know risk must be there. And that's why I said you must have two characteristics for you to be an investor. One, you must be a risk taker. Two, you must seem as if you're crazy not in the sense of being insane, crazy in the sense of you're seeing things differently. See, the 1,000, I want you to put it in a bit of a risky. When I say risky, I don't mean that your money is at risk, like fully all of it, okay? I mean, you want to test the waters with this amount of money where it's actually has high chances of making you some good cash, okay? And the risky affair that I want you to engage to, as far as the 1,000 shilling is concerned, you can get into the stocks, okay? Let's say you are employed, you are busy, you don't have time to do the business, but maybe one day you're looking forward to starting a business. That we're gonna cover. But for now, let's take this 1,000, throw it into stocks. And stocks, this is what you people call it, shares, depends with your English, you can call it equities. All right, now these stocks, let's say you have zero knowledge as far as the choice of stocks is concerned, you don't know how to invest and what have you, you can actually get into the equity fund. Okay, there are companies that, a lot of them in Kenya, we have close to 20 of them that offers the equity fund. Equity fund simply means these are companies that, guess what they do? They invest on these stocks on your behalf. They are experts. They analyze the best equities to buy and what have you. Then you can be able to invest on those particular areas of investment. It's called the equity fund. Okay, so the moment you open an account with them and you say you would like to invest on the equities, they already know you want to invest on what? On shares. That's where they're going to channel the money, of course. Now, the other 2,000 that we are having here, remember one thing, the first principle of our money and the money that we have, it should be, we should not lose our money. Number two, obviously, we should not having it lying idle. So it means we have to pick somewhere where we can invest it. But where we invest should not violate the rule number one of us not losing our money. What does that mean? It simply means the 2,000 that you're having, me and you, let's think of where we can put it, where it's secured, it's a low risk investment, whereby we can probably say access our money at any given time. Because let's be sincere. Someone asked me on the comment section, hey Joseph, why do you always talk about money market fund? Why not something else? You know why I talk about it? Because almost everyone can afford to invest on this. Because almost everyone can. It's the thing that if you just wake up today, you got employment, that's the first thing that you should be thinking about. That's true. That's why I talk about it. But anyway, before I even say that, let's see whether we qualify for others. Okay, first of all, how many investments do you know offhand? Number one, we usually have things called REITs. REITs, you need a minimum of 5,000 in Kenya for you to invest. Okay, bonds. Bonds, you need a minimum of 50,000 for you to invest. You don't have that. Let's talk about bills. Bills, you need a minimum of 100,000 for you to invest in Kenya. You don't have that. Are we together? Let's go to things to do with, what do we call it? Index fund. Index fund, probably you may qualify, but sometimes may be a little bit high. Let's say the minimum here you need is around 5,000. Again, you don't qualify. Let's go to something else like what? Okay, you see, I'm trying to exhaust all the list of the possible or potential investments. Maybe the only thing that you can qualify on this matter is the SACCO. Okay, a SACCO. Kenyans know what is a SACCO. Another thing that you can qualify is stocks or shares, because in Kenya you can buy shares with as low as 300 Kenyan shilling, so you can qualify. So even if we talk about rates, we talk about bonds, bills and whatever, as much as they may have good returns, are we together? Although they don't have the, what do we call them? They don't have the compound interest, we may not be able to qualify. You pick that what you qualify for. The only thing you qualify for are three. That is the SACCOs, that is the MMF, and what we call the stocks or the shares. But now remember, on the stocks, we've already catered for that. We've already invested the 1,000 that we have, so we are remaining with this 2,000. Now, the point is this: before you even pick any investment out of these three that I've shared with you here, you ask yourself, what do you want? Why? You may have two people here. One person, maybe, I want one day to start a business, and the business that I want to start maybe is worth 100,000. Okay, so whichever the period of time that will take, that is 50 months, that is when I'm gonna get my 100,000. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do what? Invest, or rather start that what? Business. Someone be like, you know what, I'm not even interested in starting a business. I just want to have this 2,000 in an investment whereby one day, because I'm not say employed formally, I'm just a casual worker somewhere, I do not have any retirement benefits or retirement plan or a pension plan, I can actually use that money into. So it is good you understand what exactly do you want to get at what period of time. Are we together? Now, when you answer that question, because someone can tell you, hey, Joseph, I want to invest this 2,000, but I want to have an access of it at any given moment. Or someone else may be like, you know what, Joseph, I just want to have this 2,000 as my emergency fund. And remember one thing, if it's about emergency fund, of course, you put it somewhere where you can access it at any given moment. Are we together? Thank you. So for that matter, then say MMF will qualify. But someone who says, you know what, Joseph, I want this 2,000 to be set aside continuously in a period of time because I'm looking forward into securing a loan for me to invest. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, the SACCO will work for that individual because MMF don't give what? Don't give that particular thing. Okay. Now the point is this. Let's say you pick any random individual here. Let's say, for instance, you pick someone who goes for the SACCO. You take this 2,000, throw in that particular SACCO continuously in that targeted period that you have. You get that return. In SACCOs in Kenya give you approximately returns of around, but nowadays SACCOs are a bit, I saw some 5 SACCOs that were listed by the SASRA. SASRA is a body that regulates all the SACCOs in Kenya. And they say they are in a distress. You know, their license is about to be revoked, something of sort. So SACCOs, it's becoming a wishy-washy thing in Kenya. You know, even some of the big SACCOs that you have. But there's some SACCOs who have just confirmed that they are okay, they are doing fantastic. But there are some others that they are still like, so even when you're going to the SACCOs way, please, I have to give the disclaimer. Be very careful. Make sure that you do all the research that is required, okay? Make sure that it is regulated. And if it's possible, you can even visit the SASRA website. You can even visit them physically. Inquire, so that you make sure that you're putting your money in an area or in a situation whereby your money is not at risk. Are we together up to that particular point, Wananchi? Now, let's go to the point. So, you can pick maybe say an MMF, whereby maybe the circles and the MMF, they give you the compound interest, but the one that is quite known for compound interest is the MMF. Now guess what happens now? This 2,000, okay, you're putting it aside, and then that money is actually it's at a low risk investment. You're almost 100% sure. I did not say 100% sure, I said almost 100% sure that your money is safe and secured, and one day or at any given moment you can access that money that you need. Now you see, when you have a combination of these two things, honestly speaking, when people are investing 100,000, 200,000, a million in a month, at least you're also speaking your own language, you're also playing your own game, okay, so that you can be able to elevate yourself, so that when the money, good money that will come, good money to you, okay, because that differs again. When good money kicks in, you already have yourself a habit, you already have yourself a character, you already have yourself a system where you can be able to invest. But this issue of waiting until you get a good money for you to invest, I'm telling you, you'll get the money, yes, but you don't have the character, you don't have the habit, you don't have the discipline, you don't even know what is to sacrifice. So the moment that money comes in, the only thing that you'll think about is about consumption, it's about you having fun, it's about you throwing parties and all those kind of things, and then you squander, you bring yourself to the levels of misery and that kind of a thing. So the point is this: it's always good to work. Remember one thing: success for me, how I define it, you can define whatever you want to define it. Success for me, and this is what I was told by mentor, is that success is when the lack, because there is some essence and traces of lack inside of it, is when lack meets preparedness. So if it meets you when you're prepared, then rest assured that you're going to have yourself a fantastic moment. That is just but an example of what you can use as far as you're getting 3,000 each and every month. And if you're getting more, you can borrow the concept. If you're getting even less than 3,000, still borrow the concept. Pick and do that what you can as you wait for that what you want, and that way you're gonna be in a situation whereby, yes, people are complaining about the government not doing this or that, but at the same time, you as an individual, you are responsible of your life, and you're doing something that is taking you to the next level, and also you can be able to grow and propagate yourself. So anyway, this is Good Joseph, and as always, remember one thing: I've been nominated as the Financial Coach of the Year, and I would love to get your vote, and I'm gonna leave a link on the comment section. I'm gonna pin it out there. Go hit that link, give me your vote, and we bring that trophy home. And I promise, oh my goodness, somebody told me you should not never promise. Okay, fine. By God's grace and will, I'll try the best as I can to bring that trophy here. And of course, I'm gonna share with you, and I'm gonna tell you, hey, I got that nomination, and it is what it is. You know what? I do believe anything it is possible. And just like an iron sharpens another iron, so do we learn from each other. Leave a comment on the comment section. Let me know what you think and where you're watching me from. And let me know, hey, was it of use? And by the way, remember what I told you at the beginning of this video. Do you just watch my videos, or do you do something about it? Come on, let's, what do we call? Let's not just consume the information and always keep it, for ourselves. We don't even do anything. And maybe you feel like there is someone who needs to watch this video somewhere. Maybe you are in a group. Come on, just take the URL or the link of this video, share in that group. Tell them, hey, come watch this video. Maybe perhaps it can help you. Or maybe you have some stubborn family members back at home. They ask you money each and every time. And probably you have a link that they are earning good, but they don't know how to manage their cash. How about you send them here and you let them, hey, guess what? Go watch those videos. Can be of help to you. So anyway, that is Good Joseph speaking. And for now, it's a goodbye, but don't forget, my number is always on the description of this specific video. You can grab it, give me a call, and we can talk business. And see you in the next one.